YouTube? Joel from Two Brothers Tactical. I have a quick review on my new Rock Island Armory 1911. It's a TAC-2, chambered in 10mm. This has been on the market for a little while, but it is one of the newer additions for my collection. Bought this as a woods gun, a replacement for my 357. Feel a little bit more comfortable with a 1911 platform, so I figured this would be the way to go for me. This is going to be a part 1 of a part 2 series. Part 2 is going to be us outside shooting a little bit, testing different ammo, things like that. We'll talk about it a little bit more out there. I'm going to go ahead with a safety check and get right into some of the things that we like, some of the things that we don't like, and we'll go from there. So right out of the box, the parkerized finish was done a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It's very clean, it's very smooth. It does have standard 1911 serrations, nothing crazy, nothing extravagant. Has an adjustable rear sight. And the front sight is a red fiber optic. See if I can get it on there for you guys. You can pick that front sight up very easily. I did add a Wilson Combat extended slide stop, as I do on all my 1911s. Has a skeletonized hammer and trigger. This gun has a lot of upgrades that you would normally do. It is a bushingless 1911, so the field strip is a little bit different, but nothing crazy. The one thing that I'm personally not crazy about, not that big of a deal, but just for me, it does have an ambidextrous thumb safety. Not a big deal, not enough of a deterrent for me not to buy it. It's easy enough to fix. The magazine release is slightly extended, and the VZ grips, I happen to like them a lot. Some guys say that they're too aggressive, they're too sharp. For me, on a handgun, there's no such thing. The more aggressive for me, the better. I like it a lot better. Even the checkering on the back mainspring housing is very nice. One thing I wish they would have done a little bit better is if they would have added some cross checkering in through the front strap. One issue I came across was with magazines. It does come with one magazine. It's an 8-round capacity magazine, and it does come with this nice base pad. What I found was when you order different magazines, I ordered everything from Kimber to Mekgar. What I found was the base pads did not come with the magazines. So I ordered some Ed Brown base pads, and we'll be installing those at some point down the road. As soon as they come, we'll get them in. One issue I did have with this, when I first got it home, cleaned it up, I'd insert the magazine, and I'd go to pull the slide back, and it didn't lock open. Happened for just a few minutes, a couple times. After that, I haven't run into that issue as of yet. So I'm not too concerned about it. Again, haven't shot it yet, so we'll see how that all pans out when we do put some rounds downrange. But the field strip actually really isn't that bad. If you take a paper clip and fashion it to something that looks like that, and right in here on the guide rod there's a little hole. You can get your paper clip in here, get it in that hole, let your slide down. That captures the spring and the tension, and you can move it back and forth for your slide release. Right in there. The other thing I found that you can do if you don't have a paper clip handy is if you just grab and pull back, much like you would do, say, on a Glock, you could hold it and slide that slide stop out the same way and pop right back in. We do have some ammunition we're going to be testing outside at a little bit later of a date. I was at the Great American Outdoor Show and I picked up some Colt ammunition at the Colt booth. So we're going to be shooting some of that. Have some regular Remington ball ammo, and we should have some Underwood to test out too. For a $600 price point, where you're going to find it for in most of your local gun stores at this point, I don't have any complaints as of yet. I think it's a very valuable option for that price point if this is something that you're looking for. So I hope you guys tune back in for the part 2, and we'll see you then. Thanks.